Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft, and I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. We got Mel Kiper today. I know y'all been excited to look at this one. I haven't checked it out just yet. I just made sure, it was nice and big enough, so I've only really seen the first pick. So we're going to experience this together, but what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know, so go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you are interested, I have a Patreon. Best way to support the channel, support me to make sure I can keep bringing y'all that nice, fine, fun content. It has quite a bit of perks. On top of that, it'll have my exclusive big board, my positional rankings. I'm gonna start adding, actually today, I'm gonna start adding my team specific mock drafts. So I think I'm gonna do the Jags, and then I'm gonna do the Lions, and I'm just gonna kind of go from there. But yeah, those start going up there today. 20% off on merch. It's got some other perks. Let me know if you may be interested in maybe a tier where it just has the my rankings and whatnot. So yeah, let's go ahead, get into this sucker, because it's Mel Kiper, man. I do love me Mel Kiper. I love listening to him. I love looking at his takes. Don't always agree, but we hardly agree with one another anyway. We all got our own opinions, and that's the thing, dude. I love looking at other people's perspective, because you're not going to get it right 100% of the time. So let's see where others may get it right. There he is, the beautiful looking lad. Let's look at that first pick being the Jags, and it is Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, I think there's going to be a lot more steam coming from Evan Neal being this pick. I just really believe that, man. I like the idea of having Evan Neal come in, be maybe your right tackle to Walker Little. But I don't dispute, hey, Aiden Hutchinson, he's that good. He really is. KT's not really been getting a lot of love for first overall in these mocks nowadays, and he really deserves people to shed a little light on him, because I would say him and Hutch are kind of like the first overall on everyone's big board. I think Evan Neal's starting to share some of that as well, but I imagine Detroit then goes with Kayvon Thibodeau, and they do. KT going to the Detroit Lions. Good for them. Yeah, just whoever the Jags don't take, you take. It's that simple. But yeah, no, good job, Aiden Hutchinson. So let's take a look at. I imagine Evan Neal will be the Houston Texans pick. Throw me a curveball. No curveball thrown yet. So far, so good. Evan Neal is the third overall pick in this draft, which, I mean, for a lot of people, this is kind of like the cookie cutter. Hey, these are like the top three guys. They're all high position of values, being edge, being tackle. Outside of quarterback, I would say probably like the next best value in terms of positional value would be tackle and edge. You can make arguments for receiver and corner, which that's fair. I would say those are tied in terms of positional value, but yeah, they go Evan Neal. This is solid. So this is where maybe things could get dicey. Maybe it's still Derek Stingley. A lot of people like putting Derek Stingley here. I understand why. Some people don't. Again, I'm one of those guys that'll be, by the way, this is the thumbnail. This is gonna be the thumbnail. Look at that. That's a thumbnail material. But I understand why people, why I get the hesitancy with, he's injury prone, the ankle. For me, I'm more of that wait and see approach. So I understand if you don't like him there. Let's see who goes there. Kyle Hamilton, which is fine. I'm totally okay with Kyle Hamilton. I think the secondary is in desperate need of just adding some more talent, so especially with Marcus May likely gone, did get arrested a few months ago, right? Sometime during last year. So yeah, Kyle Hamilton, dude, is just beautiful pick. Safety, you can argue like, oh, safety won't go in the top. Like, this is like, if a safety goes in the top 5, Kyle Hamilton deservingly so. He's that good. He's a much better safety prospect than we've seen in recent years. So this starts the Giants pick, right? I imagine it's tackle. Ken McWanu, dude. Icky. They like the sticky Icky, dude. I am killing this. Yeah, dude. I like Icky, dude. He's great. He stepped up as a pass protector this year. He's got that mentality in the run game where he's like, hey, I want to bury guys. You know, Undertaker straight up, rest in peace. I only did that voice because I had to kind of clear my throat. But yeah, no, O-line, big need for the G-men. Carolina Panthers, we could see the first quarterback off the board here. Charles Cross, also a popular pick, I would say. So we could say Cross. We could say the first quarterback. Let's see what happens with this pick. It's Charles Cross. All right. All right. So far, no funny business in this mock. The quarterback, I'm interested to see where he has quarterback come off the board, because I could definitely see it come off the board with the Giants' next pick. I mean, if you really believe there's a quarterback in this class better than what you already have in Daniel Jones, yeah, go ahead and take it. If not, this is probably Karlaftis. So I'm going to go ahead and take that guess. I don't know. Mel and Todd, they kind of they get a little crazy at this next pick. Sometimes you'll see linebacker like a Nakobe Dean. Maybe we see a receiver. Don't know why. I feel like they invested a lot in receiver already. But, yeah, no, Carolina offensive line needs a little retooling. So, yeah, no, Charles Cross would be a step in the right direction. All right, so I'm going to say it's Karlaftis. I say we don't get off I say the wheels don't hop off the ride just yet. But it could. And it's David Ojabo. Okay, rather than George Karlaftis. All right, this is a bit different. The dude's going to test out like a freak. He's not all together in terms of like as a run defender. It's not there yet. That'll come with time. Keep in mind, this guy, he hasn't been like he really just started week 5, week 6, one of those two. I can't remember. And the guy hasn't played a lot of meaningful snaps in his collegiate career till, well, this year. So yeah, but in terms of freak athleticism, like the guy has got it. So this is interesting. David Ojabo, definitely interesting. A lot could change, obviously, with coaching changes. Don't know what they'll exactly do defensively, but I hope they don't shift too far away. Like, I like what they got going in their coverage. It really just kind of figuring out something for the pass rushers. And when you get a guy like Azeez Ojulari, maybe he's probably a stand-up pass rusher really only. So I don't know, but teams can get real creative defensively. You're not really locked into these 4-3-3-4 schemes like you used to be. Like, I mean, you got a team like the Cowboys, who traditionally were a 4-3 team just a year ago. That would have a Randy Gregory, Alden Smith as kind of like this rush linebacker, this like joker linebacker, where they would come in and they would rush from a stand-in position. So it's you're not really like defenses are very creative nowadays. They've yeah, so I don't sweat that so much. If you could find a role, you can make up a role for these guys. They're not really scheme dependent. While yes, there are some players that might feel more scheme dependent, I don't really think that's necessarily the case. Like a guy like Nick Benito, it's like, man, that guy, he has to be a stand-up rusher. Luckily, he does have a lot of coverage snaps to his name, so you could do a lot of cool things with him, but you're not, you don't have to be devotedly a 3-4 team to have a guy like that on your roster. Yeah, because I get that question a lot, in the comments. That's why I bring it up, a lot, oh, is this guy a 4-3 guy? Is this guy a 3-4 guy? It's like, there's a lot more nuance when it comes to these coaches now, they're best served by, like, what can this player do for me? What are his strengths? And we'll work around that, and we'll find a role for him in this scheme. Like, I'm a big fan of Phil Snow, man. Phil Snow's I hope if they ever clean house with Matt Rule and whatnot, they keep Phil Snow. He's a wonderful defensive coordinator. He's really good at that. Bill Belichick's another guy that's really good at that. And really all of his coaches, all of his former mentors. Who's the next pick here? Is this Atlanta? I think it's Atlanta. This is Atlanta. You got Derek Stingley still on the board. Karlaftis still on the board. I'd probably jump at that. Or maybe they're sold on a receiver. So I'm going to say Karlaftis. Won't surprise me to see if this is the first receiver to go off the board. So let's go ahead and see. It's in fact Derek Stingley. Okay, so they jump in Derek Stingley, which is fine. Pairing him up next to AJ Terrell is just like that's nightmare fuel, you know, for offensive coordinators having to face that duo. Because like, hey man, Derek Stingley, the dude's got some playmaking ability. What you looking at out there, bud? You're messing with my curtains. But yeah, no, I'm fine with this. He would technically be the best player on the board. So while I would say pass rush is definitely a bigger need, if you feel like, hey, Stingley, he's higher on our board, let's just go ahead and take him. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So yeah, not too crazy just yet. I actually like this mock draft. Next team, I think it's the Denver Broncos. I'm not positive because I know the Jets have the 10th pick. So I'm pretty sure. I would say quarterback. This is where quarterback comes off the board. So let's go ahead and take a look. It is the Denver Broncos. It's not a quarterback. It's Nakobe Dean. So they address the linebacker position. Interesting. I'm okay if they're not sold on the quarterbacks in this class. Maybe you're in the market for a Jimmy G. Maybe you're in the market for I guess you could get Kirk Cousins without necessarily giving up this first round pick. So yeah, Nakobe Dean, he really helps a team that was like just gutted with injuries at the linebacker spot. And technically, I really feel like this could be an upgrade. Not necessarily over Alexander Johnson, but maybe a Josie Jewell. Josie Jewell, right? I believe that was the other cat there. But that's a cat that I feel like they've always saw that. I think he definitely deserves to be a starter. But like, I feel like just the team, like the coaches there, which I mean now it's gonna be a new coaching staff, always felt like he was a special team player really only. So I mean, hey, Nakobe Dean, if you that high on him, go ahead, take him. But Jets, this is probably Karlaftis. I really can't think of who else it would be. It's Drake London. I should have said receiver. I knew receiver would have been high up here because I know Mel's really high on Drake London. I'm really high on Drake London too. I've moved him up quite a bit, but still not my wide receiver one. I get why a lot of people like London. He's got wide receiver one size. To say that he doesn't get separation, it's kind of disingenuous because he creates good separate. Like, he's a phenomenal route runner, so he creates separation that way. And also he's very good at using his body, very physical. So he does create separation with his body. He has a huge catch radius, which that helps a ton when your quarterback's thrown at these garage door size windows. So I like this for the Jets, man. I like the Jets going with a quarterback. So they went Kyle Hamilton, and then they went to get a big target for their boy Zach Wilson. So wow, man, they're talking about. I like how they don't even mention Corey Davis. Like, he doesn't even mention Corey Davis. He's like, yeah, he's got good players at receiver like Elijah Moore, Jameson Crowder, Braxton Berrios, but we're not going to talk about Corey Davis. Their big free agent signing. Okay. At 11, I can't even remember who 11 is anymore. So let's just go ahead and take a gander at it. Washington football team. This has to be a quarterback, right? It is. Malik Willis. Now, I've talked about on my channel that I feel like this wouldn't be the pit. Like, while I like Malik Willis a lot, while I can definitely see him going in this range, I just think Ron Rivera, he might be on the hot seat this year. and getting a quarterback that you really can't start year one isn't going to help. You know, a guy that's like, oh, just wait for me to develop this guy. It's not going to help. We saw that, like Vic Fangio, unable to get a signal caller there at the quarterback position. Bam, outed after 3 seasons. Ron Rivera, you're on year 3. I feel like this pick might have to be a difference maker. But I think a Sam Howell, though, definitely puts you in the Sam Howell, Kenny Pickett, one of those 2 guys. You can start immediately. And Malik, rather than Malik, and someone try to get on me like, you just say he has upside. It's like, I talk about this guy's arm talent all the time. Like, this guy can't put it on the money. Like, there's not a better off-platform thrower than Malik Willis. He's got a stupid strong arm. I thought he got more accurate. I thought his ball placement got a lot better this year as he improved his footwork. I think for me, the thing is the decision making and just staying in the pocket, you know, when the pocket's clean, not getting out of the pocket. Like the thing is, we need to see this guy, like you need to be comfortable performing from structure. Just that's how it works in the NFL. Like we saw Spencer Rattler, a guy who just is unwilling to perform from like inside of structure. Just we saw him fall. You know, and a lot part of that was decision making too. But Malik Willis, those are 2 things that he needs to get better at: performing inside of structure, and then the overall decision making. He had some horrendous red zone, costly red zone decisions this year that you just don't want to see. You don't want to see. Minnesota Vikings are next. This Ahmad Gardner, man, this got to be sauce, right? It's sauce. Lost in the sauce. Lost in the sauce. I'm lost in the sauce. Yeah, corner's the worst position on this team. And look, he said, I'm not sold that Cameron Dantzler is a quality starter. You shut up, Mel, dude. I think Cameron Dantzler could be a solid quarterback too in the NFL. I think he can. But since he's like legit, probably the only legit corner on your roster, however you feel about maybe Chris Boyd or Harrison Hand, you probably you need to address the corner position. So Sauce is a great pick. He's probably, I think he's, I need to update my big board before the Senior Bowl, and I would probably put Sauce inside my top 10 on my big board. 13. Is this the Cleveland Browns? This is the Cleveland Browns. All right. Who do I think they go? This is receiver, right? Yeah, Garrett Wilson. There it is. Ha! What a guess. What a guess. The Baltimore Ravens are next, huh? I'm glad I didn't scroll too hard and was able to see the pick. But, hey, listen. Baker's got to prove he's a franchise quarterback. Give him no excuse now that he's going to be healthy this season. He's on the 5th-year option. Just grab him another receiver. Garrett Wilson's wonderful. He's probably one of the most complete receivers in this class. I love him after the catch. I just think he could do a lot. He's a great route runner. If anything, he could probably put a little more meat on the bones, but that's about it. Baltimore Ravens, I feel like corner. George Karlaftis still being on the board. That could be an option. I think he'd be pretty sick for the Ravens. Let's see what they go here. Tyler Linderbaum. They actually go center. Linderbaum. I'm not wild that I don't. You know what? I mean, I think Linderbaum it's irrelevant what scheme he he's in. While you got this more like power heavy run blocking scheme. I think he could fit that. That's fine. If you want to get the offensive line to be much better, like Linderbaum, yeah, I think he's that guy. So this is great value. I like it. This is now the Eagles' back-to-back picks. You imagine corner. You imagine Karlaftis is there, man. He feels like an Eagle. You could also go to Devin Lloyd. You could go receiver. Plethora of different options. Let's take a look at what he does. Devin Lloyd's the first one. Okay. I actually think Devin Lloyd's a better fit than a Nakobe Dean in terms of just what he brings to the table. They play about 70-75%, or at least they ask their linebacker to play about 70-75% of zone. This is a guy that can play on the outside. Like if you're just like, hey, just go after the quarterback. He's a wonderful blitzer as well. A guy that's got a good short area quickness, gets out to the flats real quick. He'll put an end to any stretch or toss plays in the run game. Phenomenal run stuffer. So this is a good pick. Let's see what this next pick is. Arnold Ebiketie, giving my boy some love. Yo, straight up, this is why y'all tune into the channel before like October or November, because I was already talking about Arnold Ebiketie. Like before the season, he was one of my guys. Hey, watch out for this cat. He was really good at Temple, and I like the fact that he's transferring to a Power 5 program. And what does he do? He lights it up. Arnold Ebiketie, man, I'm a big fan of his. He is probably gonna be like a top 25, top 30 prospect for me. It's crazy he's going over George Karlaftis. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Karlaftis hasn't gone off the board yet. But, yeah, no, helping the pass rush. Yeah, because Derek Barnett, don't know if he's going to be back. If so, you kind of hope you could bring him back for cheap. They got Sweat. Sweat's pretty solid. And then they have Brandon Graham, who's a bit older at this point. So, yeah, no, it's pretty solid. Who will be next? Chargers. Let's see. Who are we thinking here? Jordan Davis is always like the lazy answer. It's like, hey, their run game's not that good. Let's get an elite run stuffer who might be a good pass rusher. Who cares if he might not be a 3-down player? So Jordan Davis is typically a pick there. DeMarvin Leal, though DeMarvin Leal is falling down boards, man. I think he can really help his stock with a good combine. I think he's going to come in looking thick and in shape, though, and he might really help. I don't know if he can get back in the first round conversation, but just because this class defensively is just freaking studded. You could also go corner here. Let's see what they do. Jordan Davis, what did I say, dude? That run game, they sell out to stop the pass, so. Yeah, getting a guy that can play the run well. It's kind of wise. What else we got going on here? This is the Saints. This has to be Jameson Williams, right? It's Kenny Pickett. Wow, next quarterback off the board. I really think they're bringing in a veteran quarterback, whether it's Russell Wilson, Derek Carr, even Kirk Cousins. I think they bring in a veteran quarterback rather than drafting one. So, yeah, Kenny Pickett, man. He goes here. Good for Kenny Pickett. I suppose. I mean, being under Sean Payton's nice. He's going to be behind a very good offensive line, at least from the tackle and center perspective. They really need to work on that guard play there. But which is good because Kenny Pickett, one of probably the nitpicks is like he does hold on to the ball for a long time. Like he doesn't give up on plays, but at the same time, there's a lot of indecisiveness there. So, yeah. Is this the Steelers? No, this is the Eagles' next pick. They gotta go corner. I know they go Chris Olave. So, yeah, they don't address the corner position because, I mean, there's fabulous corners around at this option, Like, you got Kyer Elam, you got Roger McCreary, you have Trent McDuffie. Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Really feel like I'm missing somebody. Like, who hasn't? I know Sauce went. I know Steenley went. Andrew Booth, you got him, so you gotta imagine they might take one of those guys. But hey, if this is the next guy on your board, take the next guy on your board. Chris Olave, fabulous route runner. I think he can do a lot of fun things for you. I would like, if they're gonna go receiver, them to go size, whether it's a Treylon Burks or a Drake London, but Olave is fine. Steelers quarterback Matt Corral, the RPO machine himself. Listen, Matt Corral, I've fallen out of love with like for the last month. I've been saying this. If you're new to the channel, hey, I don't love Matt Corral. He's been an RPO machine there for Lane Kiffin, the Lane train, and you kind of see that he kind of like he feels kind of lost if he has to come off his first read. He's really like when he has to force to go through progressions and stuff, he just doesn't seem at home. That's kind of when you see this escapability from the pocket, which is great. I like that about him. But when he has to kind of innovate, is that the word I'm looking for? Improv. When he has to improvise, that's the word. Then, themes get kind of like, what you doing there, Matt? What you doing there? But, yeah, no, I feel better about Matt Corral on day 2. I'm sure we could say that about a lot, if not all these quarterbacks in this class. So, yeah. All right, what are we doing? My Dolphins picking way later, so I know they're not next on the board. New England Patriots, go Jameson Williams. Sucks about the ACL. I don't think it's going to hurt his stock too much. I still think he's going to be a first rounder, so they get probably better version of Nelson Aguilar here in Jameson Williams. Dude's got amazing start-stop ability. He's actually a pretty solid route runner. So yeah, no, I like him here. I like him a lot. Las Vegas Raiders are going Andrew Booth. I like this pick as well. Because, listen, Casey Hayward, is he back? Will he come back? Who knows? I think they could probably sign him for another 1-year deal. But keep in mind, just a year ago, he had a really down year. This year was a pleasant surprise. It's like, oh, man, he's not, like, it's not all downhill for him just yet. But you don't know when that'll happen. So grabbing Andrew Booth to have some insurance, some competition at the corner position, I like that. Cardinals, they're going George Karlaftis. Man, I forgot you were still on the board. No, this is a great value pick. I like it. This is a dude that could do, he could be a stand-up pass. He could be I don't think he's necessarily a stand-up rusher, but he could be like your base 4-3 end. I think he could play the Chandler Jones role. He can even kick inside and I think play like a Zach Allen role, or a JJ Watt role, whatever you want to call it. But I like this guy a lot, dude. This guy, in terms of being like a straight line athlete, is phenomenal. He's explosive. Oh, Gojo, the Chiefs aren't up. I don't know why you want to be in the video right now, bud. So in my face. Hey, the Chiefs aren't up. All right, so there we go. Just chill right there, buddy. Who is? Oh, it's the Cowboys. Trayvon Walker. I've been making this pick. I love the idea of Trayvon Walker going to the Cowboys. I think he'd be a good addition, man. He would be like what they currently have in like Chauncey Golston. Who are the other cats they throw out there on the like as their like base, like kind of like this outside 5-tech role. Armstrong, Basham. So I like this pick. I think it's a great fit, especially a guy with a lot of upside. I think we got Trevor Penning going to the Bengals. Trevor Penning's nice, dude. My biggest knock, I think, on Trevor Penning is he does seem a bit raw. Like, he's got very quick feet for a big man, like stupid strong, but I like how quick his feet is. But it just seems like he needs to learn how to use them. There's times where it's just like there's a lot of wasted motion. He's just kind of dancing around, and it's like probably better coaching will help out a ton. We'll see a lot more of them at the Senior Bowl. I gotta figure out some Senior Bowl videos to do before the Senior Bowl comes up. We will be streaming the Senior Bowl, or at least doing a watch along. But yeah, no, Bengals get a guard or a tackle that they could nurture. You could bring in some veteran guys while you wait for Penning to develop. Oh, finally, my Miami Dolphins. Jahan Dotson. Oh, that's interesting. That's a little spicy. I do want the Dolphins going receiver. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm all in on Dolphins going receiver with this pick. I like Dotson. I think I would rather Burks with this pick I like the idea of a little bit more size. But Dotson's fantastic, dude. This guy is explosive. He's a playmaker, legit ball skills. I like how competitive he is at the catch point. I like him. I like him a lot. So, yeah, I like that they go with or have the Dolphins doing that. No Burks yet. Trent McDuffie, wonderful scheme fit. Wonderful scheme fit. I like this a ton, dude. He could succeed very nicely in Sean McDermott. Yeah, there we go. McDermott's scheme. Levi Wallace, he's fine. He's a free agent. They have Dane Jackson out there as well, but hey, dude, nah. Trent McDuffie, I like this. I forgot. That's probably who I forgot to include, Trent McDuffie, when I was talking about corners. A lot of corners left on the board. Sam Howell going to the Detroit Lions. I like Sam Howell a bit more than this. He's probably my quarterback one, but I don't mind the idea of the Lions taking if there's a quarterback that is this high on your board, to go ahead and get a quarterback. You get the 5th-year option. You don't have a lot invested in it. Be like, well, we're using our first-round pick. Yeah, but it's at the end of the first round. There's not a lot of investment here. You're getting a guy that's very similar to Jared Goff. I just think way more accurate downfield and a lot better touch on them balls, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, no, I like this a lot. And this actually puts a little bit more fire than a Malik Willis would on Jared Goff's seat there as a starter. So I like the idea of them going quarterback. I really do. They don't have to, obviously, but I don't mind the idea of it if it's the top guy on your board. So what? This was quarterback 4 because we had Willis, we had Corral, we had Pickett, and now we have Howell. Kansas City Chiefs, Gojo, this is your team. They're going Cameron Thomas. So big athletic edge. He's very athletic for his size. He has been known as the Aiden Hutchinson of the Mountain West, probably because he was white and terrorizing, like opposing quarterbacks. Who would have thought? But of course, you look at him and you're like, that's the Aiden Hutchinson of the Mountain West. There's something similar about those folks. But no, their game is a bit similar. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson's way more athletic, I think. Because honestly, Cameron Thomas does have a bit more of the bulk still to his frame. I think he's about 10 to 15 pounds heavier. But Cameron Thomas is nice. I don't know if he creeps into the first round, though. But he's nice. Here's the Marvin Leo. He actually makes it. Dope. This is a good fit, man. JPP, he's been pretty ineffective in his I think might be final year with the squad. But they got Joe Tryon to kind of really maybe fill in his role. Ndamukong Suh, he's up there in years, man. The dude's made. Like, hey, you can move on from him. If he wants to come back for cheap, he's a fine depth piece, but he's at the end of his career for the most part. He's just happy to be there at this point. So, like, Leo, man, I think he's going to come in. I think he's going to be close to 300 when he comes in the combine, and I think it's going to be a good-looking 300. I think he's going to look quick. He's going to put the movement skills on display, like his agility is going to be out the wazoo. I really project him to look really good at the combine. So this is a good pick. Good pick. Tennessee tight ends, they go. Kyler Gordon made it. Whoa. Dude, man, Mel Kiper, tell me you hate the SEC without telling me you hate the SEC. No Kyer Elam, no Roger McCreary. Like, Kyler Gordon's good. I don't, like, he cracks my top 50. I think he cracked my top 50 big board last time. And he might be higher now, but, like, this is a guy that's, like, he's going to test out great, and he's got great size. So, like, I don't know if you do this if you're Tennessee. I don't know about this. Because, like, Christian Fulton looked good when he was on the field. You hope Caleb Farley, everything, checks out well, and he can come back healthy. Like, I wouldn't mind going edge depending on what they do with Harold Landry. You could go tackle. Like, I really think Bernhard Ryman is gonna look great at the Senior Bowl. So like, there's that. I mean, I'm not against it, I guess. Let's see what this last pick. Trey McBride. Listen, there ain't no tight end worth a first round pick. I'm sorry, not sorry. I like Trey McBride. The guy's a phenomenal blocker. He's got some pretty sick straight line speed for a guy his size. But like, what he doesn't do anything I think special to make him a first round tight end. So, bit interesting. But this video is going a bit long. I think there's nothing left. Yeah, not wild about this pick. Karlaftis went way late. I mean, I don't think this was a bad mock, you know? I actually kind of liked this mock. There were a lot, some things I agreed with, a lot of things. I mean, shoot, dude, me and Mel, we nailed this Dallas Cowboys pick. But like, nothing was too outlandish, I think. So, for the most part, there was just some stuff I disagreed with. There was probably just difference of opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead and do that YouTube thing. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.